Morning, guys. How we doing? We're back on Saxing and doing a few odd jobs, maybe getting to a few contracts. And yeah, that's how it goes. I also just noticed as I went live, Crofty was on. Not sure what minute it is, but Crofty's on. Yeah, we're just redoing a few grass fields, and then we should move on to contracts. No, we've got a rice field to do first and turn around. Then we'll be on contracts. But what we have noticed is with the update to precision farming, it's kind of working a little better. So it's getting there. It's not perfect yet. I say it's not perfect yet because if you look down at the bottom left of your picture, and yeah, the orange is disappearing a lot easier with the spreading, but there's still a lot of bittiness. As you can see, it's greens and yellows and stuff. So I don't know whether I've got to, now that it's fixed, kind of replant it. And then maybe it'll be a lot better. That's kind of, maybe worth a try. But yeah, it is spreading a lot better. But like I said, there's still a few bits where it rips. I don't know, it seems to rip the process. Bit. If I go directly across this bit, this the bit I've just gone across says it's red. So I think to fix it, we're going to have to plow it. I'm not going to do it this time because I'm on the fertilizer stage, but next time we might rip it up and rip it up again and replant. That's assuming we're still here. Remember the map we were waiting for is due to come out soon for public testing. And we'll be moving on to the challenge. But precision farming seems to be acting a lot better. So those that use it, you might want to try it yourself now. And like I say, some of these grass fields that you already had in, you might need to rip up and restart, and then they might be a lot better. But at least when you're spreading on grass now, it is getting rid of that orange thing to say low nitrogen and turning into greens and yellows. Although, like I say, there's a few bits and pieces that are it's not doing, like this bit over to our right that's gone like an orangey color. I mean, I don't know whether the bit there with the tree might be the thing with that. Because it could be. We'll just turn it off. I don't really want to waste that. See, that was strange. Came on that corner, right on the corner, so it should have done a nice wide bit of green. And nothing. Hey, Red, good morning. Why isn't your thing working? Why didn't your thing work? What's the matter with that? Twitch entrance. Gaming with Redmond. Yeah. Condition value, yeah. Condition value, I think it's got to be. Fly. Lumiere actions, message. Just check this. As myself, yeah, that's right. Well, that should work. Why didn't it work? Why did it work? That's... Oh, it did work this time. Okay. 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 I think I know what was wrong. I think I know what was wrong. Which means I think I know what was wrong. Right one. Just check all the new guys that came in. So there, that one. Yeah, that one should work straight away. Okay, cool. Wow. Wow, Red, is your intro, doing that TikTok thing? Do your best of growl. Rawr. Oh yeah, that's from Jurassic Park. I was lurking in yours last night. You and whoever you were playing with, camping at the castle. They're doing very well. And I pissed myself when you went to land on that door after parachuting off the battlement and killed yourself. I literally pissed myself. But yeah, as far as precision farming goes, as far as precision farming goes, it seems to be working better with grass now. There's still a few bits where I think be improved, like that bit in the corner where it's still red, and possibly this bit down in this corner where it's not really sensing and covering. But it is basically working. I think if I rip this field up the next time I do it, it'll probably be right. So if you look on the map down the bottom left of your screen, yeah, this little corner might not do it, but the basics of it is, it is covering. I used to play Call of Duty quite a bit, but then, yeah, kind of stopped it because of all the hackers and stuff. Used to play it with my lad because he's really good. I have had a couple of wins on the thing you were doing last night. Well, that's that. So we've replanted. Well, we've not replanted it, but we've rejuvenated the two grass fields that we needed to do. Now we're going to go and do something that you've probably never seen on an English farm because there wouldn't have been any planted on an English farm. We're going to go harvest some rice. And that's the love That's the beauty, not love. That's the wrong word. That's the beauty of um, having an imaginary farm on Farm Sim. You can farm whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. It don't matter. So we can leave that there for a minute. So we need to do everything that we need to do to harvest the field, which is obviously harvest it, mulch it, and replant it. Now, sometimes these are really hard to do, to harvest with, but I found that small movements on your steering wheel, you're using your steering wheel to control it, really does help. And using the in-game GPS also helps a lot. These bits on the edge, we're going to pick them up. Don't panic, we're going to pick them up. Now let's go back. Go back and tidy it up. I think there's one more. There it is. But guys, another fabulous streamer that's on for the stream team this morning is Crofty2010. Her title this morning was Deconstruction Simulator. I've already done it, played it. I've not completed it. I'm well in. We might do some more at a later date, but I'm at a point now where literally I'm just breaking down houses for the fun of it. Hopefully gaining profit by selling the items secondhand, and just building up my fleet of vehicles. I've now got 2 vans, a short wheelbase low roof van, and a high roof. Sorry, short wheelbase low roof, and I've now got a long wheelbase high roof. Kind of like transit vans, although the long wheelbase kind of looks like a Sprinter. Or reminds me more of a Sprinter. So this first headland is just going to take a little bit of time to just tidy up the edges. For some reason it plants right to the edge and sometimes over a little bit. But I can confirm though, Deconstruction Sim is a really good game, and when I'm not doing nothing and I think, oh, I've got nothing to do, oh yeah, like straight on that, deconstruct the house takes, I mean, depending how much I want to take out of it, if I want to take all of it out and demolish it, it takes about a good hour and a bit. If I just want to do it quickly, it might take 20 minutes. That's real time 20 minutes. But like I say, depending on how much I want out of that house. Well, that nearly got it all. There's just a few little bits on that one. So yeah, resetting this won't take long. It's not a very big patch of land, especially when I get the fertilizer up here and all that and plant it. It won't take that long. This is the bit that's going to take the bit there. This is the bit that's going to take the longest time, to be honest. The actual harvesting, the mulch, and everything else won't take hardly anything. I just want to see how much I get out of the little patch. Planting might take a little bit of time because obviously the planter for rice harvesting is kind of tiny. The Ricecle. I mean, you don't think I'm getting that much from what I've done already, you know, if I've only got like 500 litres in the tank so far harvested. But that 500 litres is worth like 6 grand. You know? And you basically, once you've started to process off, you know, you've done all you've done everything you need to do, lime the ground, cultivate it, replanted it, and stuff like that. As long as you check the water filtration system for the first 3 months, it basically looks after itself. Rice is kind of a very easy crop to take care of, and the things to harvest it are quite cheap. This is 90 odd thousand. The bicycle's like 30,000. It doesn't cost a lot. You know, you can basically put it in the Dragon with a high top back on it. Like I say, very, very easy crop to take care of once you just start doing it. I've also totally replaced my sheep thing, just so I can get in it. Then I thought to myself, that was a lot of work to do, just to get in it to mow the grass. Because, like I say, I may not be on Saxingham much longer, depending when Roy is ready with Ebony Island. I shall be moving straight across to do the challenge, start the challenge straight away. Like I say, once you start getting used to small movements on your steering wheel, and another important thing is when you leave your steering wheel in a place, try and keep it straight. So I do it automatically now because I've used this thing for quite a bit. What the fuck's that? Is that grown back? Well, bonus bits. Get that in a minute. I didn't really set this field straight when it came to harvesting the field, where I could put the points down for it to cultivate the field in was a little bit strange. So I couldn't really, put the bits down where I needed them, where I wanted them. I mean, it was an odd shaped field anyway, this. Like I say, it's obviously I wanted it to run sort of this sort of thing, you know, a few yards off of the field edge. But yeah, for some reason it wouldn't allow me to do it. Because if you look down this edge, it sort of bites in to the field. There you go. If you look at the angle there, it goes further into the field the further down it goes. And that's what it was doing. It wouldn't allow me to go in a straight line. Whether this bit, the hose needed extra bit of room, that wanted me to be a bit further away from the fence, could be. I don't know. Also, I need to come down here with some water as well at some point. I mean, I don't think it's terribly urgent at the moment. %60%. Oh, 60%. Plus, I'm going to have to mow the grass here as well soon. Don't know what I'm going to do with that bit up there. Oh, I've also purchased a little forage wagon harvester. Why? Because, yeah, like I say, I was in and out doing the chickens, the chicken run, and replace the chicken barn itself, and put a gate in it so I could go in and mow it. Instead of just throwing them over the top. So that's the thing. Vinny, good morning. How you doing, buddy? A lot of people don't get why I did this. I did it because you can, not because it would never happen on a UK farm. I did it because this is a game. This is a farming sim game, and you can farm how you will. So a lot of people don't get why I did the rice. Good, thanks you. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Had me posting. I'm drinking my coffee, which is getting cold actually. Um, it happens. The first one always kind of goes cold, and I drink it cold. I don't know why. It's just a thing. I think it's because I try and I don't know. I get up and I try and do a lot of things at once, and I just forget that I've made one. Like it's automatic. I just go out to the kitchen, make one while I'm doing my toast or whatever I'm having for breakfast. Could be cereal. Am I going to replant this? I don't know. We'll see how well it does. I mean, we've got plenty there. Saplings there ready to go for the next harvest if we're doing another harvest. I just want to see how much this really gave me. And how many months it would take to recomp the, obviously putting the field in, buying the equipment. And I think with the field and the equipment, I think it was about 200,000-ish. Because your rice saplings, once you put the greenhouse down for them, they only take £2 a cycle. So it's just like putting a greenhouse down, you know? It's £2 a cycle, nothing. You know, if you factor in everything like that, I suppose 200 in, what if I had that, 5-6 months? I don't know, 200,000 and less than 100 for single pounds. I think when we go down this time, we'll bring the dragon out and empty, which means we'll need the pip. This is why I didn't get a very big trailer. See how low that pipe is? It doesn't fit a lot of trailers, a lot of high trailers. It's not going to go under. So just be careful with it. We're just going to park there. Right there. And I figured this one would be big enough to take the whole lot, no matter what. So, and these come in useful. You know, if I want to, you know, I can take the back off of it. I can take the big back off of it and make it one slat. Or I can take the whole thing off and have it take bales if I need to. You know, it's a very versatile bit of equipment, the Dragon pickup truck. In fact, when I do the challenge mode, you'll probably see me with it on that farm for a little bit. Like I say, it's a very versatile bit of kit. Trailers is something I struggle with. Knowing trailers, I mean, there's a few trailers I like that are not that expensive, that kind of not bad on capacity. When I do the challenge mode things, and I end up going with I forget what they're called, but the grey ones. But they take virtually everything. Grey ones, that's good, isn't it? So the ones I normally go with are these, the Figo ones, Figo ones. And the reason why is because they can carry everything, absolutely everything. And I like them for that reason. And I think they got walking floor as well. I try and get ones with walking floors, simply because obviously when you go into, say, your cow barns and stuff, if you've got one that lifts up, it tends to, yeah, get stuck on the roof or whatever. nearly 8 o'clock. I'm getting ready for the dog to come in and ask for a smacko. I mean, I could, if I really wanted to, see what the outgoing cost would be, and in this same area put production down next to the shed, say small production down, and see what it would canned rice or sugar or rice cakes would be. Yes, I'd have to wait a little bit extra for the profit to arrive in the bank, but you know, if it turns out that is the way to go with not too much outlay now, it could be a thing. But anyways, that's all 3 pennages done now for grass cutting. Did the other 2 like 2 months ago in game. I always play one day a month, although challenge mode is 4 days in a month and 4 times speed. So yeah, we're gonna have to get used to that again. I normally just play 1-on-1. You know, so 1 minute in game is 1 minute in real life. Oh, if anyone was watching Vortex 1701 last night, you'll find out that the problems we had the weekend on Mexico, he had as well, again. So we're thinking, like we said on Saturday, that the track, Mexico track, when for the in-game events, hasn't been optimized that great. That's all we've come up with. You know, he was losing, the more laps he was doing, he was losing frames, lap over lap over lap, and then eventually during a crash that he had because of the lag, he reset it and boom, he was back up to 60-80 frames, but gradually started coming down again towards the end. He rebooted back in, he started like on 65 frames a second, and by the time he finished he was back on about 40 again. So there's something wrong with that track, or something, probably say bleeding out, allowing the frames to bleed off lap over lap gradually. And Linda could be right, it could be the trees. You know, there's parts of that track on the outside of the track, there was a lot of trees. And of course your car's got to draw them in every lap. So that could be the bleed off. You know, drawing the trees in lap over lap over lap. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday? It's Thursday today, isn't it? Thursday, yeah. So tonight will be Dominic's lead. So Exerso is which name is. You want to watch the SOAGS racing plus a few extra people that Dominic knows. We're in GT4s tonight. I'm in a BMW GT4. I think it's the safer option for me. Only because the Aston Martin has a really... I don't know, I can't get used to where the camera is. Otherwise I'd probably use it. I'm no faster in the different car. So we're going to have about 3,000 litres. So before we take this anywhere, we're just going to see if it's worth buying the production, because there is a small production for this. Obviously the smaller production you have, some people say the smaller production you have, the slower the actual making of the other product. But we can have a look. We're going to factor it in, because obviously if we've got to wait 4 months for another bit to come, your money to come again, putting the new production down, is it worth doing? Because by the time you get one pallet out, you might be harvesting again. That's the thing that I think you got to weigh up with some of these productions. Yeah, the money's nice when you get it. It's just a case of how long do you have to wait before you get it. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just put this away. Hello, Bubba. You've come out exactly right time, haven't you? Yeah, you have. That's that. The only downside is to get fuel, we're going to have to go a little bit further away. So 3,000 litres. So let's have a quick look. I know what you want, dog. You want your track out at 8 o'clock. Good girl. Yeah. There we go. Goodbye. Right. So let's have a look. It's that one. So rice. The rice we're doing is just rice. It's this rice. So it's 3,000 per 1,000 liters. So we got 3,000. So it's 9,000. 10,002. Remember that number, 10,002. So what can we do? Probably. I think you can do this one, rice bag. So it's an extra 1,000 per 1,000 liter. Rice rolls, another extra 1,000. It's not a lot. It's only 1,000 per 1,000 liter. What? I can sell the what? I can sell rice saplings at 9,000. Really? Really? Wow. I hope that's not a thing. Because on the Hooten Pentai, you got like I don't know what it was, 90 pound per pallet. If that's the thing, 9,000, we could literally fuck the rice field off and sell the rice saplings out. You know what I mean? Very easy profit margin. Anyways, I don't think that's a very good profit. I really don't. 1,000. Let's have a look at construction. Where is it? No, not in there. I think it could be in here. Preserved food. There you go. Rice cakes and all that lot. 36,000, but then it's an extra month for it to run through. And to run through that 3,000 will take probably 3 to 4 months, which is that. You know, I don't think that's worth it. I really don't. Could we fit it in the field? Yeah, so fitting it in the field wouldn't be a thing. We can certainly fit it in. If we do that, there you go, fit in. It's just, is it worth spending 36,000 to basically earn an extra 1,000? I don't think it is. I mean, it would take. It's about 1,000 a month, the extra pallet, so it would take take 3 years to earn the money back. So no, it's not worth it. Right, where's the rice going? Where's the rice going? So yeah, take 3 years to earn your money back. I'm going to try a pallet of rice saplings in a minute. I really am, because that seems stupid. The rice saplings at Farmers Market, which is up the top, or all Saxon products, don't really matter. I'm going to try one pallet, see if that's the case, because that's stupid if that does do its thing. So what we're looking at, rice. Rice, which is there. So it's 3,000 at the Farmers Market. like I say, this is a good little vehicle. I used this thing for ages on Hoot and Pentai when I was doing the Zero to Hero thing. Because I started with two rice fields and a beehive. Beehive is okay. It's not fantastic. I mean, it's a seasonal thing. Spring, summer, kind of early autumn, you get a bit of honey, but after that, the winter time, it's you sort of get none, and that's even with seasons off. Um, and because I asked somebody, with the bees, even with seasons off, is it a seasonal thing? And they went, yep. So I thought, okay, yeah. So like 4 or 5 months of the year, they don't produce anything. I mean, it's a free. I call them byproducts. It's a free byproduct, if you will. You put the bees to one side and you let them crack on, sort of thing. Same as the greenhouses and your mushroom sheds. Occasionally you add water to them, but they're just a byproduct of time. Morning, guys. How we doing? Hope you're all okay. If you've come looking for Minute, I don't know where he is. He's probably overslept, I'm guessing. But Crofty's on. He's playing a bit of Deconstruction Simulator. It's a good single-player game, solid. You can lose hours by playing it once you get into it. We want there to be a multiplayer, bigger houses and a multiplayer situation. Right, so I got from that. Hey, guns. So I got 10 grand plus a grand for environmental, so it's 11,500 from that small bit. Hey, guns. Thanks for the kittens. I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Woke up this morning, had me toasty. I'm on the farm, do some bits, which I did advertise yesterday. Although I did say I was going to be on about 1 o'clock, but Minute not being around, thought I'd come in there, did my thing early. I know Crofty's on. I wasn't expecting Crofty to be on, to be honest. I think when she told her stream the other day that her times have changed, I was busy doing some other stuff. And I just heard it this morning as I was pressing the button. I was lurking in while I was pottering around doing some stuff, and all of a sudden I pressed the button and she went, "Oh, I've changed, I'm going to be changing my times, or I have changed my times to this while little man's at nursery." And I get that, and later on when she's knackered, which is roughly about when I'd be knackered as well, do your stream when you're not 100% is not fair on you guys, and I'd respect that, because I do the same. If I wasn't 100% to do the stream, although I have pushed a button once when I wasn't really thinking that I should be streaming, and that day you guys helped me out with scaring the shit out of me, to be honest, and it brightened my day up to know you guys were there, kind of supporting. So we just got to turn that field around, and then we'll. Oh yeah, I want to troll that thing, don't I? So what we'll do is just very simply, we'll lose the back on this, and we'll just take one pallet up to back down. So this is just a thing. I'm going to return everything to normal in a second. Of course, if this works, then it may not. But it did say saplings were 9,000, so here's where the customization comes. So you can go from extended to standard bale trailer. That's exactly what I want. It costs nothing because I've already bought the truck. We're just going to go around, pick up one pallet, put it on, and take it back down. If we get the 9,000 from it, yeah. It could be a thing that we do a rice field and then anything else maybe be going down as pallets. I'm going to have to take note of how many it takes to redo the field. That full one. Oh, I see. They're not very heavy. Anyways. I don't know the literage of these, obviously. Whoa. It said the literage of that then. Oh no, that's the literage of the diesel in it. Anyway, let's take this down to the thing and see what it sells for. Like I say, I'm that 9,000 for saplings was, yeah, like I say, was a bit overpriced in my eyes. If that's the case, I don't know how many litres this is though. This might only be like 50 litres because they're saplings, of course. But I'm interested. It's just a test. There's one pallet up there ain't gonna make much of a difference. Because we'll have pallets left over, that's guaranteed. Because I'm thinking maybe 5 pallets is planting that field. And then we'll have 6 pallets again. 180 kgs is whatever litres. Yeah, I mean, weight mass compared to liquid mass, I don't know what the calculations is on that. We shall soon find out, because we're not very far away from the sell point. My brain doesn't work this early in the morning that well. Calculations about weight mass to the liquid mass? Not a fucking chance. At 9 o'clock we'll go make ourselves another brew. Right, we're here. Into the pallet sales part, which is just here. Fuck knows why they put a fucking great thing there. You can't turn in that well. Right, here we go. 200 a pallet. Tell you what, that's still not bad. 250 a pallet. I mean, it's a bit shit compared to the 9 grand, but we can do the sum, actually. We can do the sum. Because what's that? 232. 232. 232. So if I do the reverse sum, saplings on it, rice saplings. So if I do the reverse sum, so the reverse sum would be 9,000. 9,668 and divided by, what did I get? 232, was it? So the weight of each pallet was 41 litres. So each pallet's 41 litres. So yeah, okay. That makes sense compared to what I got to what they're worth per 1,000 litres. Kind of makes sense. But even so, £200 per pallet, that's okay, I think. You know, if you were, you know, once I plant, it does mean any pallets that I got left can be sold. Because by the time it comes around to planting again, I'll have enough again. So it's money for nothing. I mean, it's not a lot of money. I mean, but you know, every 5 months, 1,000 or a couple of thousand. I mean, people are going to say, you guys are going to say, what's the point in that? But it more than pays for the fuel with the running around to do that. You know, so you do your rice harvest, you get your money in from that. You do the plant and everything else, and then you run the pallets down, empty out, you know, clean out your storage. So you keep getting, I know it doesn't matter in the game, but you keep getting your fresher saplings every time for your harvest again, and gives you a little bit of extra money. I mean, 1,000 might be, I don't know, like I say, might keep you, you know, in a zero to hero thing. That might be fuel for your tractor to do like a month's worth of work. So that 1,000 could end up 50 grand in profit by just keeping your vehicle running. And yeah, I have done 50 grand in a day, zero to hero. You just got to pick your right contracts. Right, so we need to turn this field around now, so we need to get the motor out. Be the first time I've used my motor, actually. Oh, proper mirrors. Or it looks like a proper mirror anyway. Beautiful. That wasn't too bad, was it? Anyways, go get the motor. I think the where the fuck is the motor? Over there? What's that? Yeah, there's the motor's down there, so I need a tractor to go get that. That's the other tractor. I need one of these to go get it. Let's go get the motor, which is down in the other shed. With the Macdon stuff. So mulch, lime, cultivate. Anyway, work time. Have a good stream and a good day. Yeah, no worries, Finny. You have a good day, buddy. Thank you for coming in. In the other shed. Where is it? Oh no, it's there. Fat. Wrong sheds. Sorry, there's a thingy bob up the back, isn't there? There's a thing, there's a laneway that goes over this way. Which leads me right to it. There it is. There's still hoping that the vehicle control add-on comes out soon. Last time I saw it was an A grade mod, but like I say, one of the things I like with it is the auto reverse camera, where you just hit your brake button and it switches the camera around to reverse. Yeah, occasionally, guys, I do like to do stuff freehand, just to keep my hand in knowing how to do it freehand. First headland, of course, always takes the longest. Because you're just trying to get as tight in as you can. It's a better turn. Not a very good reverse, but it was a good turn. Go. Probably whack the hose there. Not a bad moat for this. Like I said, it's the first time I've used it. Front wheels on the edge. Yeah, quite a big overlap, but it does mean that you get it all. Tighter corner that end. I don't need to change that. So, line this. Cultivate, plant it. Looks like I missed a bit there. Let's get that after this line. Looks like I missed another bit as well. I don't know why that didn't change. Probably didn't want planting over. Anyway, let's get this done. Get this done, put this away. Get the lime right. Lime it over, cultivate it. Burr it. Plant it. And I'm not going to bother field rolling it. Reason why is I think Tav noticed that the field rolling didn't really do a lot. Plus, you're rolling over it again. You know, if you've got field thingy bobby on it, field destruction on it, you know, you could be with the wrong tires. You could be rolling over it and destroying it. That's what I'm going to have to put into mine as well. Field destruction for my fields. Let's take this back to sheds. This is where it should be anyway, up here. This piece of equipment. In with the... I think it's in here. Which is where it should be. I think the cultivator's in here. The cultivator, the plant in this thing should be, for me, should be in one shed. There's a planter in here as well. Okay. Planter should be over the side, I think. Oh, and the frickin' thingy as well, that's over there. Oh shit. Okay. Well, a little bit wide on it. That do. We can get the other tools. There's already a thing there for that. And the rice planter is already over there as well, so we don't really worry about that either. So I think all we need to get for that, I say all we need to get if we wanted to, all we need to really get if we wanted to is the Thunder fuel trailer. And then that dragon thing will be complete where it can go out, refuel, you know, get your baling stuff sorted. Bought this solely to do the cultivating. We're just going to take this over and then we'll lime in. Just park this over here. Like I say, if we've got nothing to do, we're going to bring the mower in. You just mow the grass in here. Where's my thingy-majiggy? It's there, isn't it? Already on the fur. This is on fur at the moment, so we need to change this for the lime. Yeah, this won't take long. Whoop, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. This way. So the thing I've got on the front, guys, is the radar for precision farming. I don't know whether I'm using precision farming on the challenge map. I might do, simply because for the contracts it might help with cost. Because if precision farming is activated, you may use less. Oh no. Go like that. That. And start spraying. Now you may notice I'm spraying a little bit wider than I probably should be. I'm just hoping I can cover the field without getting any other fields. That don't matter too much. And that'll do. Switch back tools, switch that off, load her up, and then go swap for the ferret. As soon as I finish with the solid ferret, we're going to go some liquid ferret. I think I've used all of it up at the production. I've hidden the liquid fertilizer thing away for a minute so I don't use it. But like I say, as soon as I use all of this, we'll go grab it. It's already been purchased, it's already full. It's just a case of bringing it over into this shed. This truck, I think I can sell as well. I don't use it anymore. Might just buy a cheap tractor. And I've gone the wrong way again. Like I say, guys, I'm not sure how long we're keeping this farm now. Roy said it might be a week or two, and that was last week for Ebony Island. So, you know, like I say, as soon as we get it, we're going to have a quick look around, do a stream on it, have a look around, and then start it straight away. I'm just going to put this over one side. I need to do the other first. I do. Just so we can get out the gate after we've cultivated it. Okay. I didn't want a massive cultivator, but I didn't want the ultra small ones either. This one does the trick. All the well. Didn't quite get in tight enough there. That was one of the good things with this type of tractor is the turning on it is tight. That's one of the good things with it. The good thing with the cultivator is it's not too far back that you can't utilize the fact that the tractor does turn tight. So you can sort of follow it round. I know that didn't seem too tight, but you know, think of how big the vehicle I'm using and the added length to the cultivator. I'm sure some of you will appreciate what I'm doing. Is that close in? Is that close in? Just a tiny bit of white underneath. Stat, how are you doing? Tiny bit of white underneath the thing. We'll see if we can get that in a minute. I'm not gonna fuss with it too much, the particulars. But once again, I know I'm doing rice fields on a UK farm, but it's the goodness with farm sim is that you can do what you want. Right? Nobody can tell you you're wrong. People might try and tell you you're wrong, and you go, I'm playing my game my way. And that's the be-all and end-all of the conversation. It really is the be-all and end-all of the conversation. Once you go, I'm playing my way, my game. I can play whichever way I feel. They're just the end of the conversation. They don't really have a choice. A choice saying you're wrong. Have you seen the new German map? 82,000 trees. Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it. There is farms with as many trees, if not more. So, for instance, Riverview by Cavalier Roy. I think that's got something like 200,000 trees on it. In fact, it could be more. The wooded area is very dense. Mapo, again, in the wooded areas have a lot of trees, and I wouldn't like to count how many trees it's got. So you just need to be able to get your logging stuff to them. One more bit, and then we're done. And take this back to the shed. And then we'll get on with the fertilizing, and then we'll flood the field. So I'm not going to bother rolling it afterwards unless it absolutely needs rolling. Go away with that. Needs ploughing. Okay, maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe do that next time. It needs ploughing. Right. Fertilize it. Don't say it needs rolling, so yeah. So we'll quickly ferret it. And it won't take long to ferret. I think they fixed. I think they have fixed precision farming. Like I said, when I was doing the grass, it was working better than it has been. Whether it's working properly, I don't know. I haven't tried it to that effect. I think what I need to do with it is to what do I need to do with it? Oh, plow the field. I need to plow the field to see whether the breakage, the breaking bits are going. Are gone. And what I mean by that, in a green field, there's like really red bits, like broken, like sharded red bits, and I want to see if they absolutely disappear. If they disappear, then it's worked. If it doesn't disappear, then obviously it hasn't, and they still need to do some tweaking with it. Alright, so all I need to do now is plant it again. Just take this back to the shed. Just here. Let's go up the side and then in the back end. $6,000 of fert left in here, and then yeah, we'll be changing over to liquid. That one, isn't it? It was just the closest thing to the that. Yep, sweet. Get out of that. Before we start that, we need to start the water. If we don't start the water, it would say, "Oh, you can't plant without water." Oh, here we are. Doosh. Flood the field. The flooded bit will last 1 month, and then we'll have to come back and turn the taps on. We'll have to turn the taps on, I think it's 3 times during a session. So yeah, we'll have to turn the taps on 3 times in a session. There. There we go. And away we go. We're planting again. Like I say, rice is very easy to look after. You know, you plant it now, come back every month, and just check the water, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else to it. Very freaking simple to look after. Very simple to look after. The level will rise the more time it is. It takes a little while to get to full capacity. So you can basically keep planting. The rice harvester's like a freaking typewriter when the way the crop goes down. If you watch closely, the crop in the back goes down 1 row at a time. Oh, did that? Yeah, it did. I've, I've been watching that bit of the harvester, you know, when it just jerks one side, um, to if it's planting the crop. 'Cause, yeah, first time I did this, I had like little bits where I had a whole strip where it didn't plant, which is why it looked a different color. Just looking on the edges as well, just to see whether I got it all. When I finally do anything to do with crop destruction, and I don't think it matters for planting. I mean, some of you guys that have used crop destruction for a little while will know this, the answer to my question. When you're planting, does it really matter which way you do it? In terms of when you come off the field, do you damage the crop by not doing inside to outside? Like I say, it's a way of doing stuff that I've been practicing, but I haven't really kind of taken much notice. I do it this way. I do the headlands first, just to kind of get the headlands done first. What I should do is do the inner first and then work my way out, so that I'm not going over the exterior crop. And that's something that I got to learn for the challenge mode, because yeah, that's a thing. Crop destruction's going to be a thing. I'm nearly out. 2 litres, 1 litre. Oh, come on, dude. I don't want to be right up the other side of the freaking thing. I'll do the bottom headland. Let's do this headland here. 1 litre. %, 2%. Empty. Okay, which one are you going to take this off? Ah, good. First pallet. Only loading 60%, really? Okay. That's what cracks me up. One pallet should fit on this thing fully, properly. And yet, straight away I started sewing it and boonk. Weird. The cool little plant of this. So right after this is done, guys, if you have any contract cards and would like to use some of them, please ask to see the contract menu, and we'll get on with some contracts. I think after we do this, we'll make a quick coffee as well. So we'll get this plant out, we'll put the equipment away, we'll have a quick coffee, and then we'll get on with some contracts. That sounds like a plan to me. I think the Ricycle I think it's exempt from cross construction anyway because it's got like bicycle tires on. You know, it's made to be in a rice paddy, so and not damage any of the other crops while it's going. But remember, guys, if you want to help out with stream loots with the giveaways each week, don't forget it just takes €1, one person to buy one pack of stream loots cards, and yeah, that activates the giveaways. The giveaways are 30 viewers, 60 viewers, and if I go for a break, we play words on stream, and if we get past level 3, the winner gets stream loots packs. Also, if the game goes on a little longer and there's quite a few scores over 100, or any scores over 100, gets at least one stream loot pack. The packs are like 3 cards each, and they're totally random. So you could get farming cards, you could get trucking cards. You could get no runner cards, roadcraft cards, scare cards. They're all in there. Like I say, all it takes is €1 to kick the giveaways off. So how many pallets have we used so far? We got the thing full. We've gone over for one refill, haven't we, so far? And we're about halfway done. So, like I say, the rest of the pallets that are there could be sold, because we'll easily rejuvenate the pallets needed before the next planting. There's one thing I always make sure I do is leave the harvester full. So that's always a thing. So this will be the second refill. And I haven't even used a pallet. So it's not even one pallet yet. Boom, there's a whole pallet. One and a bit so far. I know you can't see it, but I've moved my farm stick out a little bit wider than it used to be. So yeah, I've moved it over a little bit, so it's a bit wider than it used to be. And I was knocking it a bit with my legs and stuff. This way it's wide enough that it's out of the way now. Still not full, look. The water situation's still not full. Getting there though. Looks like a wet one. Make sure you have wet tires. Dude, very well. Yeah, persevered with last night. That's kind of all I can say with that one last night. Yeah, that Mexico track certainly does need some optimization. I mean, you were losing about 2 to 3 FPS per lap. Even when you reloaded it, you started back in on about 65, and the time you finish, you're back down 30s. So yeah, you were losing about 2 to 3 FPS per lap. I know, mate. I know. I mean, imagine how I felt first off starting that race on Saturday, where I was literally jumping all over the map. Because by the time I did quali and everything else, I'd already lost everything that I started off with. You know, warm up and quali, I'd lost everything. So when I started the race, I was already, you know, I felt like I was jumping all over the racetrack. And to persevere with that for 30 minutes until I could pit and get you in, so I could restart. Because yeah, was not the only one in the race either. That track has issues. Yeah. Like I say, we realised it within an hour of racing last week that there was problems, and the fact that you had it yesterday and still have problems means that yeah, there's something wrong. So, I mean, Linda could be right. It could be the trees. I was looking after she said it. I was looking around on like the next couple of laps, and there's parts of that track that are a lot of trees. I don't know whether that can be turned down, you know, because it's not on the track. And every lap it's got to draw them in, so one more, and then this is done. And then we'll go for a quick coffee. Once again, guys, Vortex1701, please click his name, give him a follow. Streams on a Wednesday. Hopefully he'll stream a bit more if he's got the time every now and again. He has got SnowRunner, which he could do. He's got, I know he likes a bit of Minecraft, so, you know, there's another game that he could show us. You know, you never know, if you stream a bit more, mate, you might make the actual stream team, not just a feature glitch. Just saying. Right then, let's go refill this. What I want to do is use that pallet there if I can. So, I don't want to go too close. There we go. So that's 77% complete, so that's, what's that, 2 pallets so far. That's 2 pallets plus what was on there, which is about a pallet. So let's call it 4 pallets, so I could get rid of, to be honest, I'd get rid of a whole lot that's here. 200 a pallet. I don't know, why not? And I need to put that back to right, so put the dragon back to right, so it'll be a good opportunity to do that as well. Okay. I can't turn down 200 a pallet. Although it could probably be loaded a bit better than that. I'm going to strong arm load it. One more, I'll do. I'll take these to be sewed. Put the truck back how it should be. Done, and it's contract time, and it's coffee contract time in coffee order. Get on, thank you. Okay. Thank you, right. Like I say, 200 a pallet. You know, it's a grand and a bit, isn't it? Grand and a bit when Minecraft, that game sucks. I thought you said you play Minecraft or something. Not you? What other games do you play then, class? Because obviously we only know you for playing iRacing. So what games do you chill out with? Because I know you've got SnowRunner because obviously you won it from Tav. So there's a game you could play, you know. And if you need a hand, just, you know, if you're thinking about doing it one night, just shoot me a message. I know Kev will be up for it as well. Kev's always up to helping people with SnowRunner, Roadcraft. Oh, World of Warcraft. Ah, yeah, yeah. Which is banned on Twitch. Okay. Is it here? I think I've gone to the wrong place. Yeah, I have. I've gone to the wrong place. Yeah, I've gone to the wrong place. I should have gone to the place down the bottom. What a twat. What a twat. This is Farmer's Market. Unless I can put it in the bow side. Try that before I leave. I won't be able to put it in the side, though. That's for definite. Soda in there? No, okay. Yeah, I come to the wrong place. Darn it. Second life because mature content might show. Yeah. So I kind of do it slightly different to everybody else playing SnowRunner. So although you can 100% every map by doing the timed events, I don't. So what I call by 100% on a map, I do all tasks, all missions, take all trailers off every map. That to me is 100% on a map. Because those timed events are reusable. So once you've done one, it'll go, yeah, you've done it. And then if you only get bronze, I don't know if you get like 1% of the total, and then silver's 2%, gold's 3% of the final score for the 100% in the map. Like I say, it's been a long time since I did those timed events. But like I say, to me, once you've done the tasks, the missions, and took all the trailers off the map, that's 100% done. So all my maps will be like 96% or some shit, every single one of them, because I've not done the. It's the task missions that look like stopwatches. The reusable ones, and you can do them as many times as you like. If you really needed money. The thing is, once you get people helping you, you will not need money. Same with Roadcraft. Once you get your mates in and you start ticking off the jobs, you won't need money. You will have enough money. Same is going to help people with maps. So like when I'm on, come in and give me a hand if you're available. I know sometimes you're at work, so you're not really thing. But yeah, I mean, like I say, going in to say if Linda's playing SnowRunner, go in and help Linda with her map. And everything that she does, you get the money in XP. Yeah, went to Alaska too fast, so went back to doing yeah. That my advice is for anybody new playing SnowRunner, do not move on maps until you've completed the first one. They were very clever with it. So with the first map, which is Michigan, they sort of use Michigan as a tutorial. And once you come out of Michigan into Alaska and then Tamar, you should know what you're doing by then. And some people only really know what they're doing when they're shown. That's not being big-headed, that's including me. I didn't know which way round to do the maps. Every map. This is every map. There's a certain way to do the maps to make them easier. And I've basically said every time I do a map, this is the way I do it, and it just makes your life easier. There you go, $2,000 from selling them. Let's just go change this back where it should be, and then we'll park this up, and then we're ready for contracts. So here's my walkthrough on doing a SnowRunner map. So first of all, you want to open up your map. So you're looking for your towers to open up your map so you can see everything that's going on. That's number one. Number two is you want to look for any broken bridges, any roads that have been blocked, and stuff like that, so you can get through the easier roads quickly. There's your number two. And then anything else that's going to help you open up the map a bit more, so contracts to open up bridges and stuff like that. And you'll find out the more you work through it in that way, when you get to the harder contracts, because some contracts will have like a whole shopping list of stuff, and you'll have to pick up from several different places and drop them off. And yeah, it's hard. So you just wanna work through them. And in terms of trucks that you're using, just pick a truck that you feel that you know how to use and use it. Even if you use it to death, you know, like, you use it and use it and use it, and people are sick of you using it. If you're comfortable with that truck, its capabilities, just use the fuck out of it. I do. You know, for me, the utility truck that came out a year or so ago was the Mastodon. I think that's the king of the versatility trucks. If you don't want to buy the Mastodon, then the Azov 64131 is a very versatile truck that can be used on any map. But I know you've got everything, so for you, the Mastodon. Just use the hell out of it. Right, like I said, I just want to pop into the farm and put the back on this. And then we'll get on some contracts. We've got that big baler. I don't really need it anymore. Might sell that. We don't really need it. The Colossus baler anymore. And what we do? We're putting the back on this thing, aren't we? So extended. What we want? Boosh. Costs nothing. Reason why it costs nothing because you've already bought it with everything. So now we've got the big container back on it for when we harvest again. While we're here, let's just sell that Colossus. We don't need it. Absolutely don't need it. I mean, the bells that it produces are massive. Absolutely massive. Where are we with there? So, oh, it's in there, so we can't see it. Shit. Okay. Oh, we can sell it from the garage thing. I've got the garage mod in, haven't I? So the garage mod. So the garage mod allows you to see things as we used to see them. So puts them into categories. And it's a baler. It's this one. So, like I say, we don't need it anymore. It was nice, but we did, like I say, we don't really need it. If we're going to bail it, we'll just bail it in the field. We'll go get it. We also made a change with the truck. So we've not got the truck anymore. So the truck and the English trailer. We've changed that. We've now got a tractor and trailer unit to do the pair of pallets. There you go, it's all flooded now. Whoop. Yeah, so let's just show you that. So we also bought a miniature forage wagon. Because this is what we did. We changed the chicken pennage and we put a gate in so we can get in and mow the grass. We collected said grass and we just bought this thing to pick it up. And there's still some in it, as you can see. It was 30 grand. We thought we'd just do it. But saying that, like I say, we did change out the truck and we bought another Unimog, and we bought this trailer as well. This trailer's a mod. I got it from the community farm. Yeah, so when Kev's awake, if Kev's ends up coming before we get rid of this farm, then we'll have to change this mod around for the English one, the English trailer. because we've also got the other Unimog in here waiting to drop straw. We got some straw from a contract, and yeah, it's full. So, which is in the forage wagon. But we're by the time we switch day again, it'll be used, so it's fine. Right, let's go see what contracts we got. Lots. Right, we'll leave that like that a second. What I'm going to do to no, what I'm going to do in fact, because we're going to go for a little break, is I'm just going to stop time. There we go. Right, I'm going to go for a little break, guys, just to make a coffee. Like I say, nobody bought any Stream Loops packs yet, so it's just for shits and giggles. But I'll kick off words on stream. If anybody does buy a pack, let me know. And then if you get after over level 3, I'll give packs away. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Right then, peoples, I am back, and because we're playing for shits and giggles, I can put that away and get back on that screen. Hey, how are we doing? And the the beautiful specimen that just walked in with the average Viking morning boot. Anyways, what are we doing? What are we over here? Oh yeah, I was showing you that one night. Right, contracts. Right, so if anybody has any, I'll give you 60 seconds to play any of these. So we have baling, we have fertilizing, we have some of that. We have some hoeing, we have some mowing, we have some plowing, sowing, spraying, stone picking, and grass tedding. So like I say, 60 seconds, and then we'll get on with some work. Like I say, this is if you have the Streamloots contract cards. In the meantime, what I think I will choose is not that. That's a bit long. That's a bit long-winded. Those that I'd like to do both of them because that will give me stones for the production, and the production is right next door. Don't know whether I can steal the bales off of the wrapping, although they won't change to who is it if I steal them. They don't change to silage. Stylage or stylage? I don't know. It's a bale that I made up. Stylage. Yeah, I tried to steal the bales off one of these before, and then it didn't change. So, and I wasted time doing them. Well, it's not a waste of time doing the wrapping because, you know, it's a thing. In fact, I might just do that. Do a bit of wrapping. Where is it? Field 31, which is so right there. So the gate's here, right at the bottom. Don't know why I'm running over there. Get the wrapper. And I can just do that. Got begging you for birdseed. Come on, grab it. I know it's not entirely straight. You don't like it. Okay, just going to do some wrapping. Hopefully the wrap that I got in the machine will disappear while we do this wrapping. And we can see a mod that I put in, which is the SOAG wrap, done by Veteran Modding. I'm begging you for birdseed. No, it's not that one. This gate here. This is not a normal wrapper, it's the Colossus wrapper. That wraps slightly quicker. You know, fucking slightly quicker. Jeez, man. Wraps so fast I didn't even see it. Yeah, I won't be able to use this on the next map. I was told last week that Ebony Island's about a week or two away from public testing. And as soon as we get it, we'll be on challenge mode, and then we won't be using any cheaty mods whatsoever. And I do mean no cheaty mods whatsoever. In fact, we'll be doing some stuff which we haven't done, ever. I've never done anything to do with crop destruction, and that'll be on. I don't think I've done anything on, well, I have done something on normal mode because we play normal mode on the community farm, so that'll be a lie. Speaking of the community farm, that's going very well over there. And don't forget, if you want to come and join the community farm over on Montana, this is Judas Plains. It's a Timescroll map, PC only, and there's plenty of room on there for anybody to go over there and give it a go. Remember, exclamation SOAG in chat to get into the Discord. You must be over 18, and then put in a ticket to ask to join the community farm. And yeah, if you get accepted, you'll get a download link to download the mods, how to get on, and then you just need to be given permissions to do stuff. Didn't even get to see the wrap because yeah, I got to use the old wrap in that one. But it is contract done. Fertilizing is quite important. Might go do some fertilizing, use up the solid fert, and then we can sell that bit of kit, and then we can get on with the liquid fert. The pennages now I've managed to cut all three. Look good, except this one looks fucking patchy as fuck. I don't know what's wrong with that. Maybe that's just the thing where the sheep are eating the grass. Anyway, let's put this thing away. So guys, ferreting is quite important for contracts because obviously when you go to do the contract, it can give you more yield. So that's quite important. Like I say, guys, if any time you have trouble reversing this kit, remember if your tractor has a 3-point on the front, you can push the things into where they need to go. You don't need to pull them. You know, so you can push them into position. You don't need to reverse. If you have trouble reversing. Alright, it's 14, which is down there. Yep, no problem. Push, we'll collect that. Where's my fert machine? My fert machine's in there, isn't it? And are you already on the fert? You are. It's like 7,000 litres left to use, and then we're going down the bottom, so we're going up this way. Up this way, take a right, follow that down, take a right and then a left, and then we should be there. Yeah, I am getting to know my way around this map without using the map too much. Still use the map a little bit to get around, but not a lot now. Precision farming kind of works properly now. I just redid a field, and I have a feeling maybe if I plow the field to reset it, it might actually start working properly with grass. So after I harvested the field and limed it, it did show up all the field was orange, and then as I sprayed it over with solid fert, it started changing from orange to green, but there were still kind of areas which were broken. What I mean by broken, little areas, slithers of areas that were still red in places. So yeah, the only thing I can do is maybe, like I say, plow the field, and then if that doesn't work, they still need to optimize a little bit more. But if it does work, you know, it's groovy. But you know, I think it's down here we get in this one. Down here and then pop off to the right, just here somewhere. I forget my way in. And pop off to the right. I'm hoping we pop off to the right. There we go. Oh my god. For some weird reason, I did a wrapping contract, as you can tell, on this field, and the bells are still here. I don't know why the bells are still here. I only know because I've collected the contract in. I get nothing for these. But if I clear the bells, in fact, bells should be fine. It's pallets. So I should be able to clear these bells. So I already know that. Where's the bells? Bells. Clear bells on map. Remove bells. Because I already know the bells that I've got in the shed are fine. It's just what's out on the map that disappears. So if I click that, there we go, they're all gone. And the bells that I got, just double check. Fuck me. Oh, just double check that that the bells my thing didn't disappear. I mean, I checked last time I did that and they were fine. So you know, it's a thing. Visit. There you go. They're still in there. That's the only bells I had, so at least it clears it up. Right, here we go. Turn it on, down, put on wide. Row forward, douche that, and douche that. This looks like a grass field. But we happen to know that it actually, compared to before, it actually senses how fertilized this ground is and will stop even the discs. It will stop the discs and stop spreading. So you are saving money now with grass. Don't know how it's going to work on a server, but it appears to be either all fixed, which obviously I need to plow that grass field next time it's ready, and find out whether it's going to actually, you know, do its thing and properly mark the nitrogen on it instead of being broken. I'll show you what I mean by broken in a minute, guys. Some of you will already know what I'm talking about because you've used precision farming for a little while, and you know the textures of the colorations won't be a surprise to you. So we'll just get this field done. But guys, if you're looking for somebody to watch that's a little bit different, also part of the Glitchstream team, we have Crofty 2010 on at the moment playing a bit of Decon Simulator. That's Deconstruction Simulator. I played it about a week or two ago as part of a key mailer thing that they gave me to review the game. And as you will know from that, I think it's a great pastime game, really. If you're looking to kill an hour or two by just doing some little bits and bobs, that game is the one. I've lost, I don't know, 8 hours of time since having the game just over a week ago. And yeah, like I say, it's a good game to just lose yourself in. And as per the name, all you're really doing is deconstructing a house and everything in it. And some things you get to sell, and some things the customer wants to keep. So you know you've sort of got to follow their list before you can do stuff for yourself. Which is what I do. I normally try and get the customer stuff sorted before I start deconstructing for myself. But I'm in a point now where I'm choosing the stuff I'm deconstructing. I'm choosing the stuff I'm keeping because my warehouse is full. To be honest, I need an upgrade on my warehouse. That's what I need. Afternoon, Wolf, you absolute brick. Think I can hear now. Or if not, I'm fucking going deaf. So there you go. As you can see, look, I'm doing a little slither. And it's taking off like 1 litre per couple of 100 yards. You need a new pair of pants too? Maybe. Right, so here's what I was going to say about the precision farming. So if we go up to my grass fields, which are these two, and I move along to precision farming, it actually did the pH level quite well. As you can see, it's a little bit broken down on this one. It's a little bit broken here, but majority of it went fine. The nitrogen is where it didn't cover properly. These two fields were all like an orangey red. And as I went round it, it just broke up a little bit down the slither here, a couple of little orange bits here. But on the whole, at least it changed from orange to green, whereas before it wasn't. Like I say, ploughing might help. I don't know whether it will help, but ploughing and maybe doing new soil samples might help with the fix. Yeah. I can only try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you know it hadn't worked. If it does work, then we gain, obviously. Let's accept that one. Since we're out with the fertilizer at the moment. Right, where is the bridge? Bridge. Are you? So it's on the corner somewhere here. Where the fuck's the way out? I've lost the bridge. I've lost the bridge. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. I see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Just so I went to the map, I saw it. Right. Oh, it's a bit low, isn't it? So yeah, it seems to be working a lot better. Like I say, I don't know whether it works on servers, but yeah, it seems to be a lot better than what it was. I mean, to be honest, it couldn't have got much worse than what it was. Where, you know, when Prison Farm first came out, it didn't recognize the grass content at all. But at least it recognizes it now, so we're part way there. We're part way there. Whether we're all the way there, still yet to be seen, but we're getting closer. And that, to be honest, that's what we want as players of the game. When stuff's being recognized, like what's happened or what happened to precision farming, you want your game creator to kind of recognize the fact that there's something wrong and try to fix it. And they are doing. You know, Giant Software are trying to fix it. Although, you know, some people may say no, they're not. They're dragging their ass and shit like that. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. You know. A little small, we've seen it with other games, small little fixes, if not done in the correct way, can break other things. And we've seen that with things like SnowRunner and other games where they fix something very small, or what we think is very small, and it's broke other things. I mean, you take it, the thing that they fixed in SnowRunner, but at the same time they broke refueling. And to be honest, that's still a thing every now and again where you kind of go to refuel your mate and nothing happens, even though you lose the fuel, but they don't get it, so it just goes into nothingness. Yeah, that's still a thing occasionally. But yeah, like I say, they got to be very careful with how they fix stuff, because it could break, you know, one tiny thing could break 10 other things. I'm not trying to make excuses for Giant Software, but you know, it's a thing. Yes, good morning. How you doing, brother? Once again, guys, if you would like to join the SOAG Racing Endurance team, please let me know. There is a possibility of race on the 18th, the Nuremberg 4-hour. But to do it, I'd like 3 other drivers. I'm quite willing to do it again, but we need 3 other drivers, so we each get an hour. Reason being, it's quite a hard, but it's not a hard track as such, but If you've never done an endurance race, it will be hard on you because you know it's X amount of corners. What Nuremberg is it? It's the same one as we did last time. I don't think you did it because you were ill, wasn't you? So it's the... Oh, I'm going to get the name wrong. It's the Gradish Strike one. It's the one with half a GP circuit. So it's the same one as me and Class did last time. And me and Class did it on our own. I think it's the Nuremberg Endurance. It's under a Nuremberg Endurance, and it's on the 18th. So it's when the guys meet up. So anybody who's going to the SOAG meetup won't be able to join because obviously they'll be at the SOAG meetup. But if there's anybody else left that would like to try and do an endurance, it doesn't matter even if you're any good. Once you're in the car, it's your safety rating, it's your I rating. You know, if you come off the track, it's all on you. You know, if you meatball, you'll just come into the pits and repair, you know? And if you end up meatballing it right on where you're due to change anyway, you'll come into the pits, you know, and you'll just change drivers. It don't matter. It's just for you, the guys, to gain experience in doing these enduro events, changing drivers and stuff, because it is a bit of, you know, there's a little bit of thing in it. I mean, it's easy to change drivers. You just... You know, you got a button, you kick the guy out, and you get in it. You press the thing twice. Is it what again? So it's on the Nuremberg Endurance. It's on the 18th. I think the first race is 8 or 10 o'clock, something like that, AM. Wet. Is it wet again? I don't think it is, mate. I think it's dry. Well, at the moment it says it's cloudy, I think. I haven't looked properly, but I think at the moment it says it's I think it says it's cloudy. But cloudy can mean there's a chance of rain. You know, so... And it's GT3s, I think, in that. But it's the weird GT3. It's not got the freaking... yeah, it's not got the McLaren in it. I mean, we'd have to look, but... Because if it's got the McLaren, I'll use the McLaren all day long. I like that car, I trust it. Although I like the BMW GT3, don't get me wrong. And in some aspects, on some courses, the GT3 and BMW ends up faster, so it's just a case of whose hands the car's in, I suppose. But one thing that I did learn from the Mexico GP with Class is the more your tyres are going in, the more you're getting slip from obviously trying to boot it out of the corner. The more you have to put your traction control up to give you a hand. And that's one thing I did learn in the McLaren in the last 3 hour. Is you know, the later on in your stint, you have it where you're comfortable, you have your traction in that way where you're comfortable, and then the more the tires go off, the more you put your traction control up to give you a hand. Especially if you find out your wheel spinning out of corners, which I was just before the end of my first stint. Right, so we should be able to get into this place. I think there's a laneway just up here to the left. Here we go. Had my best race on wet and Nuremberg. Yeah, you were using the P-Cup Porsche though, weren't you? With who are you with that day? Magoo? It's just over here, I think this field is. Right. Racing the P-Cup on Nuremberg teaches you a lot. I bet it does, mate. It's the one car I haven't. It's the one car that you guys use quite a lot that I don't have. The P-Cup Porsche. But mind you, my priorities, it will be the BMW. Okay. My priorities are to get sort of like the league racing tracks that we haven't got yet. The next time I'm able to buy anything off iRacing. Also, one thing I am going to say, which is not anything to do with Dominic, but if it turns out that I have to choose between what leagues I'm going in, because obviously I want to do some of these endurance things and stuff. Unfortunately, probably Dominic's will sometimes, not all the time, take a back seat. If it's a big enduro race, it could be Linda's, because Linda's on a Friday. A lot of the endurance races that I do are on Saturdays. So, you know, sometimes it might be Saturdays as well. But that's just my thing, because I'm trying to do endurance at the same time as doing the league stuff. Right, that's all the fertilizing jobs, guys. That'll be in the BMW GT3 again. That's not, to be honest, that's not so bad. The BMW GT3 was a good car. And we've already got the tune for it, so, you know, that's a bonus. I think, what tune did we use? What is it? It was I forget what tune we used. I think it was just the one with a couple of extra. Ooh, hello. Why did we come out there? That was weird. I went up the laneway last time. That was stupid. I think it was a custom tune. I think I just took the normal enduro thing, and Vortex. We still babies, none of us, but Matt has tried wet tracks. Well, to be honest, me and Vortex did. What track was it, mate? That we started on wet. That was Nuremberg, wasn't it? The last time we did Nuremberg, it was fucking raining. I think that was Nuremberg. I went out and it was fucking wet for my first stint, and then you went out and it dried up, and it was dry for my last stint. That was it, yeah. I think that was Nuremberg. Ads, but good ads. Good ads. Is there a good ad? That was not wet. That was moist. Okay. Felt fucking pretty wet to me. Felt pretty fucking wet to me, mate. Okay, I know where I am. That was stupid. That race was stupid. You know, any puddle you had to like watch it or it span you out. It was fucking stupid. And then just very slowly the track, there was a dry line on the track, and then the puddles started disappearing, and yeah, dry tires, and away you went. So how much have we got left? 5,000 litres in this thing, so we still got enough to do maybe a couple of small fields, fertilising them. And then, yeah, we're going to sell this bit of equipment and start liquid ferting, because that's what we're making up at the production. Like I say, I don't know how long we're going to be on this farm. I've just give Kev the mods for it, but I've already pre-warned him that, you know, it might happen that I'm changing farms to Ebony, because it's due for public trials soon. Well, let's say public trials. Roy goes to a few people that he knows and trusts, and, you know, gives them the map and goes, here, show this off and try and break it. Well, that's been redone. All I got to do is tidy up a bit of mowing around the yard there. or I could just recover it with, I don't know, some shell or something. So yeah, I've got the rules. My rules, the rules that I'm using are already. Roy sent me his rules. I've changed a couple the way I want to play to make it more enjoyable for me. It's still going to be hard. That race is GT3, GT4, CTR, and I don't know, mate. Like I say, I looked at it and just thought, you know, if anybody wants to come and try the 4 hour again, you know, I'll get it set up and we'll go racing while the guys are enjoying themselves with their own company, as I'm unable to go. Like I say, if it's GT4, then the only one I'm really comfortable with is the BMW GT4. It does mean we'll be in a slower car. Got just over an hour. Right, so my fields are done. Just over an hour. I'd really like to do that. P-Cup? I haven't got the P-Cup car, mate. And I can't afford to buy it for at least a couple of months. Where's the stone picker? The stone picker's in the shed, isn't it? Stone picker's in the shed, so if we need to go to here, get in that. And I think the stone picker's in that shed up there. Just teasing. Well, tease what you like, mate. Well, I'll do it. And look, here's a proposition. I'll do it in the P Cup. If you want to do it in the P Cup and come and do it in the P Cup, I'll do it in the P Cup. You buy me the P Cup car and we'll do it in the P Cup. There you go. There's a proposition for you. Right, field 8, which is up. Up there. I don't know how to get in it. I'm hoping that maybe there's... Oh, that's how to get in it. So off this farm here. So if we turn up 17 towards the farm, coming across, either... Does that look like an opening? Or if not, 384 could be the opening. Yeah, so there's a proposition for you. You buy the P-Cup car and I will gladly do it in the P-Cup. No? Okay. The downside is it means everybody that wants to have a go has got to get the P-Cup car. That's the downside. I already know that Chaos can't say yes or no because he might have IRO things to do. So I know Chaos can't sort of say yes or no yet. I can say yes, I can be there. I think Class can say yes, he can help. But I'm not sure what time the race starts. If his stint is after 10:30, then it's good. He can do it. He likes to stay in bed a little bit. It's fine. I think nearly everybody else is going to be at the SOAG meetup. But yeah, anybody new that is not going to SOAG meetup that wants to try a bit of enduro racing, like I say, get in touch with us to the Soreg Discord, exclamation Soreg in chat, and DM me. I just asked the missus, and my RRO is next week. So I will be. You'll be available this week. Nice. Weekends are my sleep catch-up days. Yeah. Like I say, as long as your stint is after like 10 o'clock, you'll be fine. I'm not sure what time race starts. I think it's 8 o'clock. I'm not sure. Like I say, I haven't looked into it properly. I just put the message out there saying that if you would like to do one, then it's we're available to do it if and we can sort of rearrange timings and that depending on who's available and what time. It's just like said he's available or wants to try and crack out a couple of laps. We may do the afternoon race, which is I think it starts 6 o'clock. I forgot I opened up the pickup a little bit on this one. Might come down 1 on it. We'll just get this field over and done with, and we'll do the production. We'll go over to drop it off, and we'll go in the garage, and we'll just drop it down 1 step. A bit too wide. This helps to make line, so yeah, we need to do stone contract sort of thing. So it helps make your line. But if you're using the stones to do lime, I do. The other people I know do. You harvest your stones, you put them in your production, bit of water, and then give it a month or 2, boom, lime. Like I say, it's just slightly too wide of a pickup. I need to decrease it 1 step. But morning guys, morning, how we doing? I hope everybody's okay this morning. We were just talking, if you missed it, we were just talking about maybe doing a enduro race on iRacing on the 18th of this month. It's the Nuremberg Graderstreck circuit. I think it's the full Nuremberg circuit plus half of the GP circuit. And I'll get probably slaughtered for getting the pronunciation wrong by Class because he did it last time. I am not German. I do not know the exact pronunciation. The easiest way to buy it, if you haven't got the track, guys, is to buy the Nuremberg Combined. So you buy the... I know I slaughtered it. It's to buy, the both sections of the Nuremberg circuit. And then you get like 10 different variations. Yeah, it's 2 lots of the track, but like I say, you get quite a lot of tracks. You get the GP, you get the long one, you get which is the whole GP circuit. You get the long one and the whole GP circuit. You get a half GP circuit. The Ringmeister uses the old long one, so you don't do the GP circuit at all. I actually completed a lap the other day with the Dallara. when I say with the Dallara, the Formula 3 car thing flies. I mean, I should have done another lap to see what my lap time would have been. Might do that actually later on today. We'll go around that track in the Dallara a couple of times, see what I can get out of it. Should be like a 5-minute lap. That thing holds corners like a beast. Radical is fun. Now I've got a setting for the cars that brake very sharply compared to the GT3 cars. Should be a lot better. Like I say, it seemed a lot better on the trial half lap or lap when I did the profile for my brakes through Moser. But yeah, next week I've got the Ligier, which is basically, I think it's, what is it, an LMP2 car, LMP3 car? That thing brakes identical to that Dallara Formula 3 car where, you know, 60% of your brake you're locking up if you're on my normal settings. And yeah, that's no good. You know, you think, oh yeah, we'll just brake a little bit here, but compared to the GT3, GT4 cars, you're actually not pushing the brake down that much, then you're locking up. Oh, coffee's good. I did try some dirt ovals as well the other week. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, to be honest. I didn't try it with anybody else on the track. I didn't want to do that. I mean, possibly I should have tried an AI race. But yeah, it was a lot of fun trialing it. So if you don't know what the dirt ovals are, guys, it's basically, I don't know, speedway with cars. That's the only way I can really describe it. But anybody who has never seen the dirt oval racing in America, yeah, it's basically speedway but with cars. They don't smash into each other. It's not stock car or anything like that. It's just, you know, they're just like very fast cars which drive on dirt ovals. It's, well, basically NASCAR for dirt roads. Right, like I say, let's get this thing to the offload it, and then just quickly take it into the garage and take it down one step on the harvesting because it's a little wide. I don't like it that wide. It's a bit too fake. I know you're going to say, but you've got a lot of fake stuff for capacity and stuff like that. Yeah, but capacity is one thing. You know, to mod your output, to mod your harvesting width is another. And I don't like it. So like I say, we're just going to empty this off, go into the thing, and one thing we won't be using on the challenge mode is that I say I'm not using it. I might use it. I don't know yet. We might use it. It'd be pretty good if, say, I've got some bales left over and I just want to make a little bit of extra money, you know. The actual harvesting of the bales and that isn't that time consuming for a few bales. Fuck me, kid. I wasn't expecting that. Hey Q, glad your walking works. Yeah, I like that clip. That was funny as fuck. Right, let's go and just shorten this pickup down. If I can get it, I don't know what the community farm one is, but if I can get it down to that, that's kind of a nice width. I mean, I think it's twice of the width of the arms. I don't know what the minimum width is, and they just put it up one step maybe. So if we customize that, pick up. Oh, there we go. Pick up width of 25. Okay, so 10 meters. That should be good enough. 10 meter. That's not too cheaty. Like I say, guys, got to remember that, you know, the next map will be on. There'll be no cheaty stuff. Absolutely none. And you're going to go, well, it's you. You always use cheaty stuff. Well, no, I don't. I may want a few rules, but absolute cheaty stuff? No. Not when I'm doing challenging stuff. Check the challenge stuff. Bought that harvester because I spotted fields that have got sugar beet in them. And that's a contract done. So I bought it in preparation and I had a chance to do it. Let's get in the lane way out of the way of the traffic a second. What have we got? 45 minutes ish. Ish bish. Tedding, sowing, ploughing, mowing, hoeing. We might just do some normal normal harvesting. We'll get that done in time, I think. So I would have shown you quite a lot of different stuff today. We also, on the recommendation of Tav the other day, put that message in for all you lurkers, just in case Twitch changed the way you guys are counted. I know, you know, I know, guys, I know, you know, you're no longer going to be lurking if you've got to do an emote and stuff, but it's only an emote. I mean, just flash an emote at me and or play a mini game once every 10 minutes or so, and you know, keep your number on the board, just in case they do shorten the length you're counted. Depends on how busy it is for me. Well, to be honest, I don't really look at the numbers. And to be honest, I glance over every now and again just to see if there's anybody there, but I don't really take notice of the numbers. The numbers are irrelevant to me. I mean, there could be nobody there, but I'll still talk to the screen as if there's a you know, a couple of hundred people there. Like I say, it's just the way that kind of things in my life have happened. You know, discos, you know, and now radio. You know, you talk to people that are kind of semi not interested in the start, just say, and then, you know, obviously with a disco, the more pissed they get, the more they want to dance. So, you know, it's a thing. Whereas on the radio, you don't know whether people are enjoying your shit or not until they start coming and going, oh, great show, Matt, can I have such and such a song? And you go, yeah, no worries. You know? There we go, guys. For all the guys that don't or can't reverse, this bit's for you. So the thing that I got on is on the back of my tractor. Disconnect, turn round. If your tractor has a 3-pin or 3-hitch thing on the front, There you go. You can connect it on the front, and then you push it in. A lot easier. There you go. So I've seen farmers actually do this. In fact, every so often, even the guys from Millennial Farm do this. Normally to big headers. But they do it. Oh, I just hit that tractor. Didn't mean to get so close. So yeah, very easy way to get your stuff in the sheds that, you know, doesn't require you oh, it's already on it, okay. What field are we going? 48, which is over on the right hand side. Yes, it's over there. So yeah, I could come out and just turn right and go that way. This is a modded harvester for speed and capacity, but I try not to use the speed. I've only got it for capacity. Again, challenge mode, when it's activated, I won't be able to use this. I've already got a few harvesters picked out. To be honest, for Ebony Island, I have a feeling it'll be a medium harvester. There is no Vulture harvesters, so I don't know, the case 5,000 will do. Well, fuck me, I didn't know that I was a thing, thanks. You are a thing. If there's anybody that's a thing, it is you. Oh, only joking, Welsh. How you doing this morning? Hey Kev, how we doing, mate? Right, how are we getting in this field? Okay, you want to fuck me? You know, I didn't think I was that appealing to you, but you know, hey, each to his own. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was many times. It basically told you to drown yourself. Thanks, mate. You're a cunt as well. Right, so let's leave the tractor header there while we spin this around. Also, we need to start teaching ourselves to not go on these fields before we start harvesting. Don't think we can get straw from this either, so yeah. But it's time to drink water. First headland, I don't think it really matters. What we want to do though is we want to set ourselves up for 2 headlands, or maybe 3 headlands. 3 would probably be better. Give us turning room. And I don't think this can be swathed up. No, it can't. So Kev, if over the next week or 2 you want to come on, I've changed a few bits and bobs. So the English semi-trailer is no longer a thing. I'll have to send you the mod to the trailer that I am using though. If you do want to come on and give me a hand at any time that I'm live. think that's the only one. I think it's probably best to probably wait until I've started the challenge mode map, and then we'll ask Roy whether you can have it to come on and give me a hand, because of course it'll be busy day at work. Oh, you're talking to class. Busy day at work. He works from home. He's as busy as he wants to be. Don't get me wrong, guys. Those of you who work at home, I'm not taking the mick out of you, but you know, you kind of do have to get through so much work in your day. But obviously the way you do it is up to you. So, you know, you're at home. You can take it in your leisure to complete said work. I didn't say he couldn't be busy. I just said he doesn't need to be as busy as what people think because he works from home. It is busy. People keep annoying me. Why doesn't that surprise me, class? Hey, why doesn't that surprise me? We've seen how you get on track where you're the nicest person ever, and then all of a sudden something will happen, and then you know the person's a right cock. But I was going to. My first comment was going to be last night. I see you have the same drivers as what we had last Saturday. That was ridiculous that Saturday on that same course, where people were just diving down trying to win it on the first lap and just knocking you for silly. It's stupid. Pay to win kind of people? Well, no, I mean, not in iRacing. You buy your car and that's basically it. I mean, you know, your speed in that is you. You know, you can have the fastest car in the galaxy, but if you can't drive it to the speed that everyone else can drive their cars, that's kind of a you problem. And you know, it's a thing. I mean, for instance, what was I Saturday? I was a half a second behind class on Saturday. I think he was doing 145s, I was doing 146s, low 146s. But last night he did a 144, so you know, so he's now a second and a half faster than me. So, you know, with the same car, exactly the same car, exactly the same tune, exactly the same setup. Yeah. Yeah, but they usually get their comeuppance later. Well, yeah, if you choose to go down the route of reporting these people, which is a pain in the ass, then yeah, then later they get their comeuppance. I think that the iRacing report section could be made easier. When I say easier, say if something happens, you should be able to just hit one button for a report and they look at it. You know, it goes back 60 seconds to them, and you know, they look at it. Same as in trucking. If you get hit by somebody in trucking, you just hit report and they look at it, and it gives them like 30 seconds before, 30 seconds afterwards, done. You basically all you do is hit one button, and it's the report's done. I don't know whether that will be a good thing for iRacing, because obviously there'll be a lot of people who will just push the button when they think something's wrong, and it won't be. And it depends on the person looking at the thing too. No need to report in RPM Racing. They run the report automatically. Oh, okay. So what is it like, class? You just go, can you have a look at such and such a lap in a Discord or something? And then they take a look at it, or they take a look at it automatically, or the whole race anyway? And just look at the accidents and see what's going on. Like I say, I was thinking about doing it, really was, and then, I mean, I still might run the RPM races just to gain experience on racing that kind of car in just over an hour-long race every week, because that would certainly do good for the shoulder. Probably would mean that one of the leagues would suffer from it, because I wouldn't be able to, well, I'd be fucked over. I wouldn't be able to do that, a long race, and then the next day do a long race. There is a meeting every Friday where the report is being worked on. Okay. So I guess there's a Discord or something where you just go, report, and they have a look. Which is easy to do, guys, because what me and Chaos worked out is if something happens to you during a race, when you come out of the race, just save the whole race and remember to have all the cars linked into it. That way you can look back later. Everybody has a say in it except the ones in. Okay, cool. That's cool. So basically everybody becomes a steward. So obviously the post gets posted live with everybody else, and everybody else gets a say. To be honest, mate, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So you all have your little say about what you think happened, and then whatever ban or whatever happens after that. That's kind of cool. To be honest, I think a similar thing might be kind of good for, I know, the GT4, GT3 thing. I know Linda reviews afterwards anyways. But that'd be kind of cool. Anything that she couldn't decide on, she could put in a thing for everybody else except the people that were involved to decide what maybe happens next. If there's anything that needs to happen next. We kind of do it already on a Tuesday. Yeah, I know. She has that little thing after the race where you should go in and look at all the incidents and stuff, but yeah, at the moment, very few incidents are happening. It's becoming a very good thing. I say a very good thing, a very good attitude in everybody racing, where a lot of the time now, I think Linda said this the other week, where you guys are kind of, or we are all together looking at like great racing. Great racing. Although this Tuesday coming was a bit of a, it was a bit of a thing, wasn't it? We were in new cars, that's what it was. We were in new cars. And there was some incidents. One really comical incident right at the start of race 2, where 4 players went on the old circuit of Charlotte and totally went the wrong way. That was fucking hilarious, by the way. And then a few corners later, when the race actually started, there was a massive, it wasn't a pile-up. It was just a lot of very individual incidents, which, yeah, by the time I got there and class got there, it looked like freaking Demolition Derby happened to 6 vehicles. There was cars all over the place. I had to vote for the strangest netcode the whole evening. It was mayhem. Yeah, I had to vote for the strangest netcode from iRacing, where the game thinks that you've been hit and yet you don't get hit. But it threw me right off the track almost. Well, to be honest, that happened in race 1 as well, but it didn't get shown. So basically what happened in race 1 is me and Apex went door to door around turn 1, I think it was. We come around turn 1 together and just brushed like that, and I got thrown off, and you could tell it was netcode because nothing happened to him. He just went straight on and took the next bend, whereas I got thrown off into the wall. But yeah, just after the start finish line, who was beside Mr. H when Mr. H was taking avoiding accident of an accident, and the game thought, as he turned out and then turned in, the game thought he hit me, but he didn't. There was like, I don't know, a foot of space, but because the game thought he hit me, it knocked my back end and I pirouetted off the track. It looked like a bucking horse. Like TMP when you get hit or brushed by another truck, style by the sound. Yeah. Yeah. It's because things happen a lot quicker in iRacing, the processor to do with the self-stewarding and that, and the hits can't quite keep up. So that's why there's the net coding kind of errors. I mean, for instance, you know, one of the things that I've always said shouldn't be a thing is, and I don't know how simple this would be to code in, is if closing speeds from the car behind are really, really fast, the car in front shouldn't be penalised with safety rating if the guy hits him. I think that shouldn't be a thing, but it is. You know, if the guy in front locks up, then obviously it's his fault. You know, or brakes super fast to brake check the guy behind, then obviously it's his fault. But a lot of the time when somebody hits you up the ass, it's the car behind's fault. You know, he hasn't allowed for you to brake in time. The fact that he may be quicker on the brakes than you, again, it's his fault. He's behind. You know, it's not the car in front's fault that he has to brake sooner. It's the car behind's fault for not braking. That has to be a thing so brake checking does not become a thing. Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't that much become a thing. It occasionally happens, but from my experience in iRacing at the moment, it doesn't happen that often. But like I say, it does happen occasionally. But more than likely, 9 times out of 10, well, maybe a bit more than that, 9.5 times out of 10, the fault should be on the guy behind. And he should get the 4 times safety rating, not the guy that's been hit. And that's my one real big thing with iRacing, is that it penalises both drivers. And yet door to door, unless you slam into him, door to door, it's kind of seen as a 0 hit. Which a lot of the time it should be, you know. Same as in touring car. If anybody's watched touring car, they go door to door a lot, like a lot, and nothing ever happens, unless, you know, the guy's absolutely turned into the other guy and took him out. Then the stewards will get involved. But you know, as far as anything else goes, it's you know, kind of Rubbins racing. But yeah, guys, tonight being Thursday, don't forget it is Dominic's League, so make sure at 7 o'clock you check out Exerso. I don't know whether Class is going to stream it as well this week as well. But yeah, check out Exerso for the DNS League GT4s. There's a good bunch of people in there. Yeah, a good bunch of people, all different skill levels, and you can tell that by the lap times. But there's some good racing happening, really good racing. between a lot of friends. Thanks, Kev, for doing that. Yeah, there's the link, guys. Go check him out. Exerso. He does a lot of iRacing. Was it last weekend or the week before? He did 2 lots of the 1,000 of Bathurst. So he didn't just race it once with somebody; he raced it twice with somebody different. In a what the fuck was it? What the fuck was it? It was a Chevrolet something or other. I think they were racing in. And he said the brakes were terrible. He was telling us on the Thursday when, you know, the brakes in that car were absolutely terrible. But it was an American muscle car. What do you expect? You know. Like WTC Chevrolet. Yeah, it was like a Dodge Challenger or something like that. I don't know exactly what car it was, but yeah, he said it was absolutely terrible to drive because of the brakes. But they seemed to do it, and then they did. He managed 2 races, full stint races. So, you know, GG's to him. Or V8 Australian style. It could have been that. Could have been that as well. You know. Could have been V8 Australian V8s. But like I say, guys, he'll be live at about 7:30 tonight, so check him out. Also, in about half an hour's time, you'll have the Average Viking on, Mr. King Dingaling, the head of the SOAG community, the head of the VTC, and an absolutely amazing guy. And I'm proud to call him one of my besties because, you know, he is kind of. I was going to say big brother, but no, it can't be big brother because I'm older than he is. I need another bio, guys, but I don't want to bore you with brother from another mother. Yes, indeed, Clan. And there she is. The Queen Alien. And I started that a little bit slow, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not right, is it? That's left. I did it the wrong way. Don't matter. It's done. I know. I realised that afterwards, but I full locked it, so it's fine. Unless Linda goes, no, you got to full lock the other way now. And she probably will go, full lock the other way now. I full locked the wrong way, Linda, but would you like the right instead of the left? Kev, he did not do it. What's Kev got to do with it? Yeah, that's to be right way, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway, Linda, how did you like your walking? Yeah. So I've basically done 2 walk-ins that could be used as jump scares. So we've got Linda's there, that if I'm concentrating and she walks in, I could be jump scared. And as you saw a little bit earlier, with Final Q coming, I did get jump scared by that one. But anyways, guys, I need to go for another bio break. I'm getting old. So we're going to go raid out. And I shall see you guys in chat in a little bit if you're in the SOAG chat. Who's about? Let's go have a look who's about. I'm going to finish this field as well, guys, before I log out of the farm. So who's about? We've got Loopy, Crofty, Az from the stream team, from the community. We have Eyes, Peachy. There's a lot of people on. 2022 farming guy. Either that or too much coffee. Yeah, could be. I think we'll pay Miss Loopy a visit. So let's get you on that screen. Let's do that. And guys, thank you very much for joining me. Tomorrow is Friday. which normally is SnowRunner Day. So please join us for SnowRunner. So we'll be streaming a little bit later tomorrow, no matter what, because I want Kev to be involved if he's able. So Loopy's playing something called Omanaz. But she's absolutely amazing. She's the queen of the Discord, the queen of the VTC, and also queen of the South. So she's a queen. That's all I can really say about that. But anyways, I'm going to say, love you. Bye. You have a good day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.